together. So that was all right. That's reasonable. Meanwhile, on the other side, Oscar's been consistent, which I find admirable. That was one of the big debates that people had coming into this, and whether or not he would be applicable on land. But Angel's been the player for me.
Yeah, I think he's been great, actually. Like, he really has, like, rectified any doubts we had about him. He was playing really solid play. It wasn't like kind of like superstar levels, but it was just like every round was so consistent. Like finding 1 or 2 frags, you just knew he was going to be reliable in those positions. So that was really interesting to see how strong he was as well. So yeah, I'd say Oscar and Angel have been the standout players by far for HellRaisers. Obviously, you've got Zero as well, and Sticko. Sticko's been impressive, but as a whole, I haven't been impressed with the whole package of HellRaisers. A team that's synonymous with top-level Counter-Strike. We'd expect them to be winning this tournament hands down. It's been a bit of a tricky path so far, but looks like we're getting into this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be HellRaisers versus Penta Sports. Penta starting on the terrorist side here on Mirage. They've got 3 sets of utility this time, so you would assume it's going to be a heavy A-side attack with the smokes flying in, presumably towards steps and jungle, with an explosion towards CT spawn. Bomb is currently in Palace with 2 players there, and the CTs are pretty well equipped for an A attack here. You can see 4 of them actually committed that side of the map.
Sticko actually going to catch that nade down to 1 HP after the second one detonates as well. Tamsin's gone. Oscar's not detected. Oscar 1, 2 taps, threw down already. Damage on the 3rd, and he's going to find Crystal. What a start from Oscar. The exact man we mentioned, and there's Angel. Mr. Consistent takes down Tamsin. Kutcher closes the round. Well done from Oscar.
How did he get away with that for so long? That's a pretty obvious position, right? They had 2 players coming out of Palace. No one even considering Shadow to be an option there. Obviously, very well played from Oscar there, picking up 3 frags in the pistol, pretty clean headshots as well. But you have to feel like that's a little bit of a blunder from Penta. Just one person to check it, that eradicates that issue, but a lot going on, a lot of distractions. Obviously, with 4 players coming to that side of the map, they had their plates full with plenty of players to try and get rid of. So there it is, HellRaisers take the first round. 1-0. It's going to be a force buy coming in from Penta. It's going to be Crystal looking like he's on the AWP. And Tarsin to open things up. He takes down the talisman. Oscar is punished. And it is a 5-4. I'd be interested to see where Oscar actually went. Did he go aggressive? He must have done.
Well, it's paid a reward to Penta, not for those with the rifles.
Well, they still have a smoke grenade and a couple of flashbangs. You see themselves setting up towards A once again. That's quite nice. The kill was towards B, so obviously, you know the CTs have to spread themselves a little bit thinner this time.
Absolutely.
Let's see what they can do here. They have got 1 smoke. I'd be interested to see where they decide to throw it. Obviously, I guess, throw it towards jungle, flash them towards the stairs, and hopefully CT spawn won't be an issue. Or maybe you can smoke off CT spawn and try and focus on the other side. Let's see how they approach this one.
Approach, but Sticko's waiting for it. Nade goes out towards CT spawn. It's actually going to be a smoke in between the 2 default plant spots. Those not smoked off from jungle. Meanwhile, Penta, they pick up the 2nd kill as well. Sticko goes down to that deagle, so Zero actually has to step up rather significantly. So he's another player we didn't mention pregame, but is another player that I think's done quite well. Yeah. As Angel, again, Mr. Consistent, finding 1 and 0. Double again. It's going to be 4 kills for him. So there you go. That's a pretty impressive round from Zero. Again, he was the player that had to step up on the cross, and he manages to pick them all off.
A couple of nice shots being exchanged there. The deagle's proven to be very deadly as usual. Looks a bit hairy for HellRaisers going forward, but like you said, Zero becomes the hero, as I was going with that, and picks up 4 frags and secures the round. So it's number 3 now. They get the bomb down and secures some economy for the first gun round here. And as I said before, Crystal looking like he's going to be the main AWP here. It's been a role that's been shared between Crystal and Mike S. So they haven't had any consistency in terms of who the main AWP is. It just seems like each round, who's feeling it, they'll have a go. But it's looking like Crystal, just in terms of money right now, will be having a go as they once again they set themselves up towards A. Just 1 smoke and a deagle and a Tech 9 to work with. That's about it. All 5 players committed to the A side of the map. Angels will be pushing through the smoke here. Should find a player here as well. Oh, I was going to say it's a simple kill for him, and it's a little bit of a panic, you know, and I think Angel may be going down here. Saved by Sticko, and there is a couple of frags coming in for him. Penta actually answering back, though. Double Glock kills coming in. Zero taking down 1, just going to leave it in at 3-on-2 now.
And that leaves bomb down inside of the site as well. Oscar gets caught in the open again, though. Tabs him with that frag, means we're back to a 2 versus 2 situation. No armor, keep in mind, so aim punch is a factor for the Penta players, and David P, he's going to get punched to death, as that M4A1 is just going to silence him. Tabson, 2 kills already, going to try and be sneaky and work from Palace instead, but both CT players do know, again, that bomb is exactly on the ground inside of the A site, so they won't over-rotate, they won't over-commit to anything, they're just going to hold the angles, and at Zero, that's going to be the first to see Tabson as soon as he elects to walk out from the Palace position.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty disappointing round from HellRaisers, going up against a Deagle and a Tech 9. That was literally it. And they're down to Glocks as well. Still isn't over yet. Perhaps can find that shot and spawn. Could have been interesting. Luckily though, Kutcher locks it down. It is a 3-0, but definitely not the cleanest of rounds. You can see the CTs having to rebuy into this now. Their economy is going to be pretty fragile going forward, and now we have Penta on the full buy. Crystal has got the AWP. 4 sets of AKs, and they have got a lot of utility to work with as well. So they've been favouring their A bomb site very heavily so far. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of a standard play here. If I was HellRaisers, I'd probably be opting for something a little bit more aggressive, try and lock down any slow set pieces they may have set up for me. Let's see what they decide to do. Oscar is going towards the window there. He's sprawling through the smoke. He has not got an AWP, so he's got the M4A1.
Pop flash from Angel to check mid. Does blind up one. That's David P that was on the receiving end of it, but the smoke off on the catwalk means that he could fall back in behind the boxes, safe into coverage. Crystal getting a little cheeky using that slight gap to fire through with the scope, but things going to slow down a little bit now that guns are out from Penta's side. They've taken the early damage due to a nade on David, but it's not that much. He's still got 73 to work with. So Crystal, Overwatch B, that's now smoked off. And immediately they're just going to bail on that and put their attention elsewhere, see if they can start to open up the map. A minute to go.
Well, the T's haven't really made any advancement in terms of real estate on the map now. So Tabson is going to be the first one to try and push up towards middle, smoked up towards window. He likes to lurk around this connector area, seeing if any CTs are hiding inside there. It's going to be clear for now. Making his way inside there. It's getting back up from Tarson as well. It's very passive setup from the CTs so far. Tabson's going to be the linchpin here. Can he hear any sort of nuances or establish what setup is going to be coming in from the CTs here? Oscar just roaming around back towards Shadow now. See all 4 players for Penta in that connector area. Here comes the explosion onto the bomb site.
This is the thing, because Zero's still waiting behind that smoke in jungle. If he can find the opportune moment to walk out, he'll get at least 1 kill. Tossing down, there's 2. Crystal, no response. They don't turn, and Zero gets 3 again from jungle. Sticko goes down, but Zero has bomb in his hands. And now Kutcher kicking down David P. leaves just Mike S. And HellRaisers are going to pick up another round. Nice
setup there from HellRaisers. Still Penta thinking they had an opportune moment to get onto the A bomb site, swarm it together, stay as that little fragging unit from connector, but you can see the crossfires coming in from HellRaisers. They were ready for it. Just coming in from all angles, knocking them down, frag by frag. Penta did manage to pick up a couple, but you can see they had no real game plan. It's very difficult to all come out of one area and all be focusing on different targets. There's no indication as to who's focusing on what. But the 5th round now coming in. It's 4-0 in favour of HellRaisers. Penta now locked down to Desert Eagles and PT50s and a smoke once again. This time trying their luck towards middle. 2 players under pass, and there it is. Oscar going for the aggressive pick. He gets it onto Crystal and falls back as well, but it doesn't look like he's done just yet.
Doesn't appear to be. TPP was waiting, hoping that someone would push forward, and that was going to be Angel, but it's Oscar to find him instead with the AWP. Double stacked position right now as Zero's also in connector. Tabson somehow wins that duel from Angel, but Zero takes the initiative to go out and get the trade, and look at him go. Another 2 kills for him.
Yeah, he's currently sat on 12. That's pretty crazy after 5 rounds.
And super impressive after 5 rounds, I have to say.
And they've actually, obviously a few of those rounds have been against Ecos, but Eco's been really close, and he's had to step up, 4 kills, 3 kills. So regardless of what guns they had, it was close rounds, and he's been the one saving them as well. So Oscar still on the AWP, shut down that semi-force spy coming in with the Deagles. Gets the first pick towards underpass, keeping things aggressive. Crystal now back onto the AWP. They were very slow paced before, forcing themselves out of connector. Didn't really work out. I've heard them be splitting bomb sites. They haven't really experimented with the B site at all yet. Let's see where their approach and their hand lies this round.
Nade bounced off window, adds smoke delivery to the B apartments. That'll deter any movement forward. Angel's going to play that position. We saw Barbar nearly 100 rounds last night play that position and be quite successful in it. So it can work, we know that, but it is a risk as well. And this time it might pay off because they are starting to rotate back and accumulate themselves toward the A site. Bomb right now is in the hands of Crystal.
Right,
interestingly, they got 2 in Palace rather than on the slope.
Yeah, I think David P is patrolling middle right now. Presumably going to be trying And a execution once again. But look at Angel. He's actually pushed down the lower ramp. This is fantastic from him. Shut down any ideas they had of actually executing onto the bomb site. He's still committed as well. Crystal isn't aware of how tight this angle is. He actually gets away as well. The timing is just horrible there for Penta. They've lost a man, and any ideas they had of getting into the bomb site with a strategy has been eradicated. Crystal now, pressure is on him to find a pick back in return. No one really gaining anything on the map so far for Penta. David P is towards middle. He's going to be working his way up to a connector, but you can see they've just got one player towards B. They're so confident this is going to be an A-side attack after that first pick, and Zero continuing his rampage here.
Now does have one more to his name. Angel's going to play from Sandwich as he falls back into the site, but things are turning back as Tabsid manages to find Sticko. Is Angel going to be found? Is he going to be sought after in this position? So far, he's not. Spots up Crystal's gun barrel, takes him. That's bomb, but it's immediately traded. And not only that, Mike got the kill immediately before, but there's 6 seconds. Bomb's dropped. It's over. Oscar's going to make sure of that by getting the kill, but it wouldn't have mattered. Really, really nice round there from HellRaisers. They seem like they've resurrected their ideas and what they should be doing on their approach to each round. Waiting until the opportune moment, until they felt like the execution was coming, and Angel taking matters into his own hands, finds that first pick, and just the timing of getting out of there as well was fantastic. Oscar, there was like 5 seconds left. He didn't even have to commit to that. He's just showing off at that stage, but really nice double kill to finish things off. And the slaughter continues here. 6-0 in favour of HellRaisers. Their CT side have been pretty good. It's the T side been letting them down. Let's see what Penta can do. Get around on the board here. Tech 9's in hand. There's a quarter by though, so they've got lots to work with. But what does it matter when the aggressiveness of HellRaisers is coming at you? 2 players remaining, Tarsin and Mike S. They've got nothing to work with here. Bombs down. 5 players alive. At this point, I'm just going to try and get a kill here. This is an opportunity as Oscar misses a rare shot there and actually gets punished for it as well. He does, but right there, Angel popping back out to take down Tarsin. Mike S. Can he use this smoke? Can he find the advantage with it? Sticko's managed to get up on Tetris, but now they spot him just from above. He still gets massive damage onto Sticko, who luckily falls away in time. Yeah, just about. But it wouldn't have been It wouldn't have made much of a difference. It wouldn't have mattered that much. 7-0 HellRaisers. Great start on this CT campaign. And again, Penta continuing with struggles. Again, this was something we noted. Well, the whole thing is, right, we talked about his pre-game. If Crystal can turn up and start making kills, they're going to get rounds. He's currently on 0 for 7. 007. James Bond has arrived. The problem is that James Bond is a fictional character that has writers make him out to be magnificent in every way, shape, and form. And no matter what happens, you know you don't have to tense up because you know it's going to turn out all right. This time I'm not so sure, Henry. Well, this is the thing. If he's not fragging, this is where Penta just seemed to drop off in resistance. Mike S now finally giving some signs of life. He takes down Sticko, but it's replied straight away. Oscar really showing up this game. He gets the return frag almost instantaneously. And Angel, just fantastic work from him. How does he keep finding these frags out of nowhere by himself? The Lone Ranger working towards middle. And that's just the round over. Once again, is Crystal dying with the AWP, not having any impact whatsoever, not inflicting any damage. And now, a familiar storyline here. The bomb is down towards mid. Tarsin and Mike S on opposite sides of the map. And you feel like Penta probably want to take a time out at this stage, Matt. They're just not having any sort of impact here whatsoever. Pause after this round, I would say. Yeah. Let's work out what the hell's going on. Well, what the hell is going on is that it's being raised, Henry. That's good. That's good for you, actually. Did you Google that one as well? Jesus, Henry, give me some credit here occasionally. He has got some wit sometimes. Well, here we go then. So obviously a maximum loss bonus, right? So without bombs going down there, it makes the buys very difficult. Mike S, they've just given up now in terms of like having Crystal as the main AWP. He said, all right, Mike, do you want to have a go? I'm not actually killing anyone. So Mike S will be getting the AWP this time. I don't mind this force buy. They probably just need to make something happen. They're hoping the CT is probably getting a little bit too cocky now with their aggressiveness. And maybe punish in some respect. There it is. That's the pick they were looking for. As I said, Angel probably getting too much in the zone there. That's actually interesting. Normally he has a smoke down to cover him. The smoke was either misthrown or it was a bait from the terrorist to leave that huge gap for Mike S to capitalise on. Finally, they do have the man advantage here. It hasn't been replied straight away as usual. So let's see what Angel's up to. Well, he's actually the first one to die. I was going to say he's normally the one reacting to these kind of situations. But let's see what the CTs can do here. Now looking like an A-sided attack. Penta have a real opportunity to do something with this. They smoked off the window and towards mid. And there's 2 CT players on either bomb site. Terrorist getting ready to go for the A hit. This might actually work. It's more passive this time as that first pick does thin the defense considerably. But again, Zero has been so good from that exact position we're seeing him in right now that he may still, so long as the smokes lack, be able to find the crossing frags. They've got a low one on him, so he won't see all the way in, but he can still utilize the stairwell if he wanted to. Meanwhile, Sticko, he's passive. He's going to sit back, allow for them to take the site. They're going to play the retake game. His bomb's going to go down. And Zero, using that gap, is going to at least spot up Tabson, but Tabson is up to the challenge, stops to take the duel, and the AK will win the exchange. He gets away with 23 HP as well, so that nade was a hope from hell from Sticko, and it doesn't actually pay off. They're still going to sit with 5 alive, and HellRaisers this time aren't looking great. Keep the shutout going as Crystal and Tabson will make sure of it. Sticko's going to try his damnedest, but it's now going to be the first round for Penta. The problem is, and the good, well, I guess the good news is they kept 4 alive. The problem is they're facing potential reset immediately mid-half.
Yeah. Well, they kept a lot of players alive, and they got the bomb down as well. So they have another buy here at least. So it seems like giving the AWP responsibilities over to Mike S has worked out. As I said before, they were kind of hoping that HellRaisers gave a frag away in this sort of aggressive game they're presenting right now. It was Angel that pushed off short, and the gap and the smoke let him down. Once they got that 5-4 advantage, they finally capitalized. Went into an 8-8. Crystal gets his first kill as well. So everything working out there. Oscar jumping in towards the connector here. Looking for that hit towards the top of the middle. Will be flashed off and deciding to fall back there. Let's have a look at the approach from Penta this time. We have got Mike S still on the AWP. He's just looking towards those B apartments and seeing he has an opportunity to get that first pick once again. Going to be smoked out for now, so you'd assume he's going to reposition himself and try his luck elsewhere. As we have got Crystal in a battle towards the top middle between Angel. Positional awareness not great here. He can get locked down from 2 different spots, but the smoke should help him out there.
Smoke should, you would think. But watch out for Zero, who's getting a little bit more aggressive and wants to try and take the battle at mid. Oscar going to change positions to allow Zero to keep his focus on connector. He'll cover off Palace in the meantime, but Mike S has now got the smoke off to cancel out that aggression. As Crystal will wait. Zero, it's going to be a spar as they go toward each other. Does Crystal know it? Has he heard of that drop from the box? Surely he has. Crystal seemingly not reacting in time. Does get a good shot into Zero. Takes him down to 18, but it's not enough. And that will now allow HellRaisers to take the man advantage. David P, already set inside of A slope, is going to wait now for his teammates. They seem to want to hit the A site yet again. We haven't seen much aggression, if at all, over toward B in the entirety of this game.
I haven't seen anything over there. It's just going to be down to Mike S. They don't really have a plan here. No real utility to do anything with. They're saying, Mike, can you try and find a pick? We'll run in, see what happens. It's pretty lackluster.
Oscar waiting. AWP in position to try and catch them on cross again. Now, keep in mind, they've also got the rifle beside him. It's Sticko who's been anchoring from here, so he can play the short game, and Oscar can just worry about the entrances, but it's so far not going to work out. They've used that box in the right angle, walked in, managed to plant it at the default, and Oscar still not able to hit the shot toward A main. In fact, Mike S is going to get the shot instead. Nade going off. It's going to molly out the 2 players low on HP, and that gives Kutcher the grounds to walk forward, but he's flashed up by his teammate. Thankfully, Sticko hits the shot and taps and drops, but it's still not done just yet. It's now only 2 remaining for HellRaisers. Despite having the HP advantage, they've still got to contend with the fact that the bomb's down. Thankfully, Angel does find David. Kutcher's going to push the issue against Mike, and they can try and bait out the defuse. And Kutcher, Angel, they both combine for kills. HellRaisers get the reset, and Penta is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Did better there, than I expected. Once they went into that bomb site with no real objective, it seemed. Just walking in, hoping Mike would get a pick. They managed to get a couple. Bomb goes down, and the retake looking like a pretty difficult prospect for HellRaisers once they got those positions set up between Palace and lower ramp. Unable to actually do anything with it, though. Very low HP across the board. And it was actually Oscar. Didn't get a couple of many kills that round, but he actually just got legging everyone as they walked into the bomb site. So perhaps a little bit lucky for Penta to even get that far. And here's the shot from Mike S. It was actually pretty good to open it up. And like he said, that is the reset coming from Penta, but the round before they kept 5 players alive and a bomb down, and they get the plant down that round as well. So they get $1,600 extra just from those plants alone. So they could do something with this. It would definitely be a force buy. You can see David P has 3k, so does Mike S. They could get Galils and Tech 9s, maybe a couple of AKs there, but judging by the way things have gone so far, I'd say let's just get to 10-1 and try and go for 10-5 after this, because it's not looking good on the full buys. I'm not really sure how this is going to go down. Crystal still not really arriving on this map yet. 1 for 9. One of the key players we need to be fragging here for Penta to have a real look in. Zero's hit 17 frags, by the way.
That's nutty. 11 rounds in, 17 total. Not to mention, it's not like it's just him contributing. They've got 2 other players keeping up with the best on the other side. 10 for Oscar, 10 for Angel, both guys that we talked about.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Crystal, man, you liked this guy coming into this tournament. I have to say, he has been a massive disappointment. One kill again this time.
This is the thing, when he used to play Sorcerer, this is always like the speculation around him. He's like, he's such a sick and talented player, but it seems like he's either amazing or never really turns up. And unfortunately, this tournament's been a story of the latter. Early days, though, still in the first half of this best of 3. He turned up in map 3 yesterday, so let's see if he can rectify himself. Looks like Penta will be going for a partial save by here. He's got Desert Eagles, some body armor, a couple of Tech 9s, and a HE. I don't expect much more than a cheeky bomb plant coming in here. Oscar towards mid-doors. Should be able to get that first pick. Tarsin, pretty simple shot for him to open things up.
Yeah, Tarsin didn't even make it hard. No jump, just walked over.
I'm done with this round.
Have you
just
seen
kill me.
the gun course lately?
I have not. Wow.
Oh, that's similar to what it looks like, just moving targets from range. Oscar going to wait. Window is going to be his intended target. Again, a slow peek. Tabson making it just as easy for the second kill. Kutcher struggles a little bit, but it won't matter. He's going to line up 2 in the end. And it's Crystal remaining. Crystal nearly with his second kill. 1 HP. Kutcher just sit tight. Let your teammates do that. I know he does. Look at how hungry he looks.
He's got 1 HP, but he's stay alive.
Yeah, there's no point giving away rifles. Obviously, they've got a massive opportunity. It's not the end of the world, but Zero's going to close it out. Now it's 10-1 for HellRaisers. Not looking like Penta's got much of an answer so far on this T side of Mirage.
Crystal can buy the AWP once more, but the shocker of a game he's had so far, I think he's opting for the AK-47. I think that's probably a wise move. They don't seem to be having any impact apart from Mykes's couple of picks with that AWP. So 5 rifles this time. They have got 5 smokes. As we keep pointing out, they really are favouring the A-bomb site on their actual gun rounds here. Looking like they're going back towards middle. No real aggression coming from the CD this time. Apart from Angel is going straight into the palace here. He's going to have Mykes to contend with. Mykes once again getting the opening frag of the round. David P chiming in as well. A real chance here for Penta. Crystal finally doing something. They've got a 5-on-2 advantage here. Kutcher and Sticker remain. And that should be the round tied up here. Very quick frags. Seemed like Penta didn't really have to do anything for work for them. This came running into the old crosshairs there. You would assume that this round is done and dusted, but never say never.
You would assume so. Get closer to the 1 minute mark. And Henry, every minute in the world, 50 million Bibles are sold.
That can't be right.
But Kutcher's going to try and push onto that luck. And limit what map control Penta finally have to work with. Mykes walking up from A main. He's going to be the opening frag, potentially. Actually, Sticko seems to be the one to do the damage. He's managed to push into Palace, so it's a bit of an issue that they've got to turn their attention backward, but bomb now down. Kutcher's going to try and sneak and take advantage of this from way on the other side of the map.
Do you know what? The money for HellRaisers isn't fantastic. You can see they've got 2 players on 5k, but the rebuys would be pretty difficult.
Yeah, interesting, considering they had 5 alive in the last round.
Keeping these 2 players alive, they obviously can't win the round.
How does that happen so quickly with 5 alive in the last round and very little kills? This is peculiar.
I guess they have been rebuying all and stuff, but like you said, yeah, 5 players alive. They'll only be getting 1,400 next round, so keeping the 2 guns alive is actually really important, you know. They've picked up an AWP as well. That definitely helps the situation. So it should be okay for a full buy, but it will be the last, so they have to lose the next round. 2 players and about $3,500, but saving the E4 and the AWP means they can actually drop those out and balance the books a little bit in that way. So Penta, in terms of how they actually won that round, I wish I could tell you it was something they did really good. They actually just sat back, and HellRaisers trying to go pretty aggressive there. That's the first kill on your screen as Angel just went into his sudden death. It was actually pretty impressive from Penta just to change up the pace a little bit, go faster up short, caught a player in the back from connector there.
The crazy part about that fact, about them being limited on economy, is if, let's say, Penta break them right now and make this a 10-5 half, it's not as bad as it actually was.
Yeah, 5 is absolutely fine. They've got double up set up now, HellRaisers. They're going to be changing things up a little bit. Sticko going to be chiming in. He's towards CT spawn. There it is. Oscar from the window. Somehow has a huge gap there. Maybe there was a miss thrown in the smoke somehow, but he shouldn't have that much of an advantage. I don't think they were expecting it, but luckily for Penta, they actually answered back with 2 frags. HG's onto Oscar, take him down, and Zero's been put to bed as well. Angel on towards short here, going to be boosting himself up onto the railings. Not going to find anything though, but at least he gets good intel as to where they might be going. Trying to funnel them into a bomb site here, as they are going to be rotating. They can't really make their minds up. Where are you going, guys? Looks like the B apartments for now. Still have a minute to play with, and a smoke grenade and flashbang. So they're just trying to work one more pick before they commit to a bomb site here. Tarson going to charge in towards the B apartment, seeing if he can find anything. Just going to bide their time. They know the CTs are spread so thinly right now. Someone's going to make a mistake. This one's going to try and push for information. Right, we see it time and time again on this map. So let's going to see if that opportunity does arise.
Kutcher waiting, holding angle from inside B, catches Tossin in the act. It's going to actually drop David P as he shuffles as well to the right, changing the angle and becoming unpredictable as Crystal will find him, though. That's going to now bring this back to a 2 versus 1. Great shot, Sticko through the window, and it's now down to a 1 versus 1. Mike S versus Sticko, and AWP is going to reign supreme. HellRaisers take the round, but again, the economy staying tight. It's not going to start to matter at this point, though. 11 rounds now against Penta, who will at least be able to force into the... Actually, they'll be able pretty much to fully buy in this round. David's the only one that was a little bit tight, strapped for cash.
Yeah, Penta just trying to walk into the B bomb side there, hoping that frag exchange would just be equal, but Kutcher picking up 2. This shot was really nice from Sticko. He's in a 2-on-1. And at this point, when Mike has to cross to the bomb site, he doesn't really have much of a choice. He had like 15 seconds remaining. It was such an impossible situation for him. All he could hope for really was either jump past your knife and hope he misses, or go for the face like that and hope that the timing works in your favor. Now then, we enter round number 14. Zero has taken down David P. They have got full AK buys here. Now there's going to be 3 players committed to the lower ramp, and they're smoked out for now. 1 player towards the top of the middle. That's Mike S. He's been really good for these opening picks, but this round is falling away from them. They have a look in here as Crystal does take down Sticko, bringing it into a 4 versus 3 to 0, continuing his rampage. Gets 1, but quickly shut down by Tarson.
Tarson is going to try desperately to bring the situation back to a steady foot, but that was a straight bullet. Come on, there's no way he transferred it that fast. He hits Tarson, and poor old second man that walked in was, oh wait, that I got your mail. Do you want your mail back? Because I received it.
Zero hitting the 20 bomb now.
About as good as the British Post Office, let's be real.
You trying to offend me with the postal service? It's actually very good. It's the Royal Mail. It's run by the Queen.
Well, listen, let's change the topic. Do you know that female koalas, when in captivity, tend to have heterosexual sex once for every time they have homosexual sex? But it only happens in captive koalas.
Didn't know that. It's very interesting.
Pretty shocking.
I wouldn't say it's shocking. Anyway, we're going to the final round of this half. You have to say HellRaisers have really been stellar in this one. Penta very lackluster indeed. Crystal in a very quiet half. He goes down, but Tapson trying to do what he can. He's made it into the B bomb side actually. He's walking down the bench. This kill on towards short will be massive. He gets it. Now they have a real chance here of getting the bomb down. It's planted. Retake coming for CTs. A round it looked like they were destined to win. They're suddenly falling apart and full retake is coming in. Gets his third of the round as well. He takes down 0. 4-on-2. Last round. No saving here. Might as well go for it. And this is actually a massive lifeline, you know. As Tapson gets his 4th of the round. It's been a pretty quiet affair for him as well, but somehow comes to life in the last round. It could be the most important as well. At least now they have something to work with, you know. Like 3, if you win the pistol, it's enough. It's something. Like 2, I don't think it was workable, but the difference between 13-2 and 12-3 is pretty massive. Here's your matchup on your screen right now. Oscar getting 13 frags. Mike S on 7. I think Mike S is actually one of the most important players in terms of the rounds he actually won. He was getting the opening frags. It's actually Tabson who finishes on 15 there.
I will, yeah, and Tabson was manning up and taking the rifle duels. So
yeah.
you again, yes, the impact was there for Mike S, but you can't discredit Tabson. Someone had to step up. They only get 3 rounds. He has 15 kills. That's actually reasonable, and we talked about that economy getting close for a bit. It's a lot to do with it. Either way, 0 leads with doubling, well, not quite double, but almost double that of his next closest teammate at 21.
Yeah, he was
pretty impressive
strong.
First half.
Solid lockdown, especially on those Antica rounds where they got a bit scary. He was rectifying the situation. We enter round number 2, I should say, sorry. 12 plays 3 in favour of HellRaisers. They switch over to the T side now. Their pistols have been pretty predictable throughout. They just go towards A, smoke with the steps in the jungle area, and they push very aggressively towards CT spawn. Interesting enough, though, the CTs have decided to stack towards short. They're looking for the retake game here from Connector. Maybe aware of this situation as the smokes do come in right now.
From Oscar to start it. Good for HellRaisers who want to own this and close it up. It's Tossin. Remember Oscar last time. It's Tossin this time. 3 headshots from his USP. We're seeing brilliance in pistol rounds today, that's for sure. As Tapson now going to try and come back in and help out his teammate. Gets the shot as well. 0 goes down. Bomb still planted, and it is low HP. Tossin with 5. Tapson on 61. It's going to be desperately close, but Mike S is going to get the defuse. They actually hold him off of this, so it's going to be Penta with the round, all due to those 3 kills from Tossin to start it off.
Yeah, really crazy shots from him. He's actually on 5 frags before that pistol round, and he steps up, and possibly one of the most important ones. 3 kills, secure the round, but HellRaisers do get the bomb down, so they'll be bringing the AK-47s out next round. Here's the replay of his screen right now, just hiding behind that ticket booth, hoping for people to run into his crosshair, and that's exactly what he got. I talked about that aggressiveness going into CT spawn. It's very key for a terrorist team, and if you're locking down one area like that, you ever choose jungle or CT spawn and try and stop the rotations coming in. Tarson, though, another idea. So it's a full block rush coming into the A-bomb, so they somehow find the first frag onto the star of last round. Tarson drops, and Penta could get another plant here as well. That's happened without any use of utility. Tabson and Crystal coming in to clear up the frags. They will win the round, but Angel, this could be crazy, you know. Behind 2 players, unable to drop anyone. Had 3 on his screen, wasn't able to choose who. But all they wanted there, HellRaisers, was another bomb plant. That's an extra $800 per player. And means they get a real healthy buy the next round. Lucky for CT, so they do keep 4 players alive. Had Angel managed to drop those 2 in front of him, then that could have been really interesting. They actually get an AWP, you know, after those 2 plants. Oscar looking to cause some damage here as well. He's not even like glass cannon. He's got AWP, head armor, smokes, flashes. Crystal, though, he's got one as well. So here we go. This is where the action begins. We have got a P90 and a FAMAS in the CT camp. I definitely favour the arsenal of HellRaisers going forward. Let's see what the approach is from CT. I see some aggression going in towards underpass, I think. That's going to be Tarson with the FAMAS going straight in. It's spotted as well. They're going to have to try and push back middle as Angel gets the first frag, taking down David P there. That's towards the B bomb site, and now he's emphatically making his presence known. It's going to be down to Mike S. Been strong so far. Can he hold them off? Crystal and Tabson on the other side of the map, though. They rectify everything. And the man advantage going in favour. Oh, as we say that, though, through the smoke, Mike S dropped.
3 versus 3 now as the guns blaze either side. A very important round for Penta if they want to try and surmount this comeback, make it possible. It's going to be Zero, though, that takes down Crystal. That starts things off in the opposite direction. It is traded, but Angel's got position. Angel's not looking the right way. Tasson's able to walk up. It's now another kill favoring Penta, but bomb's still in the hands of Kutcher. He's got 58 seconds and yet is insistent on still heading toward the B site.
Well, he's got loads of time to play with. Now he's spotted. He might as well commit, hoping that the CTs are separated at this point. Going to be flashed off and delayed even more. The CTs now have an AWP in the kitchen area. This should be unwinnable. Let's see what he can do here.
The interesting thing is he's crossed sooner than that AWP. Tabson realizes. So he's at the van. Now Tabson's going to change his position as Tossin spotted him up. So TNT going to try and go down here against Kutcher as they continue to echolocate his position, not peeking, just using the footsteps. And Kutcher's going to spot up 1. Suddenly now Tabson down. It's the AWP gone. It's a rifle versus rifle. Tossin tries to go for a flashbang to the right. Instantly, Kutcher assumes that's going to mean a peek to the left. And it is going to be Tossin down on 33 HP. Kutcher, with 10 seconds, is committing to the kill. He's getting closer, looks away at the wrong time, and commitment not successful. It's going to be Penta just barely by the narrowest of margins escaping with the round.
Got a bit scary there. As soon as the AWP jumped out of the kitchen, you thought, what's he doing? Make him plant in this situation. Like, everyone seems to hide and have that AWP in the window just to act as a turret and not die. That was the key there. Came so close to them, but time wasn't on his side, and nice movement prevents him from finding that last kill. So Penta hold on here. He gets the 3-0 on the first half, exactly what they needed. Getting on to a 1-on-1, but regardless, they're still alive here. And now HellRaisers is coming in. Another A-sided attack. Got 4 smokes here in P250, so just trying to get the bomb down once again.
Tossin's going to try and play aggressive as well. Flash is well timed. So Tossin, does he realize it? Where did he go? He's jumped down, he spots it, but he can't figure out exactly where Kutcher went to hide. Eventually, it obviously means he's not in the site, so he'll go back down underneath. Into the depths of hell, you could say, Henry, to get the kill. As now it's Angel and Zero, last 2 alive, just the pistols. They're obliterated quickly. Mike S, 1 with the nade, 1 with the MP9. Money, money, baby.
Money, money, baby. Well, 4 rounds in a row for Penta. No, HellRaisers are bouncing back with a full buy themselves. I don't think they'll get an AWP. They will, actually. So they're going to be Oscar on the body armor. So a little bit more precarious for him this round. 1 bullet from the M4 will do it straight to his head. As we enter round number 20 now. Double AWP setup for Penta. It's going to be Mike S, who is no stranger to that weapon, coming in as well. He'll be backing up Tabson, who looks like He's trying to push towards the top of the middle. He's actually going to go for it as well. He's going to get a kill as well. Angel has no idea whatsoever. There is the first frag. It's really nice work from Tabson. Gets a double as well. And now they've shut down the round. Everyone can fall back, reset. The HellRaisers are going to make their present known towards the A-bomb side. Easy round. That aggression coming in. You can hear the shouting. They're feeling it.
That's 2 rooms away.
Yeah. They are. This is the thing. Once you win the pistol and you get those first few gun rounds, you start believing. The scoreline every single round gets a little bit closer. 12-8. Once they get double figures, they really will be believing here. And it looks like that may well happen. A force spike coming from HellRaisers here. Here we go. We discussed this on the analyst test, actually. Like, stubbornness to actually take ecos. Just constant force buys were a massive reason against Pixel Fire while they had such a close series. But let's see what they can do here. We're into round number 21. Once again, a simple A-sided attack coming in. 2 players Palace, 3 on the lower ramp.
Tossin started off. Tossin and Tabson. These 2 guys share similar names, and they're sharing similar storylines right now as they've opened up the round one more time. Tossin able to get Angel after 2 kills went back. So it remains 3 versus 2 as he is anchoring from the ticket booth. His bomb desperate to be planted, has no smoke in front of it. We're seeing it on that left side screen, but no peek coming in from Penta allows that to happen for HellRaisers. 12-8. You said 12-3 is a manageable scoreline, Henry. This is exactly why you get that momentum rolling, and Penta can take advantage of it. It's David P. and Tossin one more time, and now we're going to be at 12-9.
Yeah, the force buy is not too bad, I guess, because obviously they're a maximum loss bonus. Now they get the bomb down, so they will have a decent buy going forward. It won't be absolutely everything, but it's enough to get AK's armor. I think one player could get an AWP if they wanted to drop it. I think, oh, Oscar's got enough to buy, actually. So, very quiet second half here. That massive advantage they gained, slowly slipping away as the scoreline now is 12-9, and Penta playing the way they are. It's hard to imagine them taking their pedal off anytime soon. Match it up on your screaming out, Oscar. Slowly, Mykes is closing the gap there. 15 plays 12 now. And once again, Mykes jumping out the window, looking for that first pick. Oh, narrowly misses out there. Actually legs Sticko as he crosses mid. So, intel gain and some damage done. That's enough. But David P. working with BF Holmes. That's spotted a player there as well. Could get some early aggression here as Angel is getting close.
Very close indeed. David P. now has the smoke to buy more time before he has to do battle with Angel as well. Watch Zero. You see smoke in mid. This gives him the opportunity to have less to worry about as he'll push toward that connector position. Bomb's back at Horseshoe, though, so there's no need to commit to it. They're not going to try and execute just yet. They're playing the pick strategy, HellRaisers. They're trying to slow this down. As they hit the 1 minute mark, it's Mike S that we look at now. Nodding out toward mid. 2 players back at A. They're actually going to rotate off this, so as we start to see a Horseshoe around the A side of Terrorist, Bomb not yet close, they have a chance because there's a bit of a rotation on these very few utilities thrown into the B side. It might be a rotation that costs Penta here.
Yeah, they've actually committed 3 players. Angel's done enough. He's shown presence and shot enough bullets through the smoke. It's actually Oscar who's got up towards short as well, so he's trying to make something happen to the AWP, though. Mike S takes him down. Brutal shot to the head. Brings it into 5-on-4. Mike S really coming to life now. Getting in the zone. And this is it. Sticko getting the first frag on the Crystal. Zero in a great position here to get the refrag. He does take down Tabson. And now a real chance to get the bomb down. And finally, the first round in the second half, potentially here for HellRaisers.
Good shot by Mike S, though, does take Kutcher back, so they've got the advantage on this retake. Zero needs to dance, and dance better than that. I'm sorry, wrong shoes today. Wrong style. The cell set no longer applies. It's going to be dead for Zero. It's now Sticko 1 versus 3. He's going to wait, does spot up at least David P, but he can't land the shots. He's low on HP, needs to do it right now, and he does. Flashbang in, goes for the quick peek, but the bomb's not planted for him, and Mike S makes no mistake. HellRaisers just giving away another opportunity to get around on the board on this T side. And Penta, the comeback kings again, have pulled this back to within 2 games. Yeah, that's 2 rounds, rather.
7-0 now. They've got double figures. And once again, HellRaisers get the plan down, so they can get a decent buy here. Well, no AWP this time. And it's just Mike S once again. He's getting these first picks right on your screen now. That's where the round's secured. HellRaisers getting some decent real estate on the map, but it's not enough and they're not hitting the shots there. Mike S just seems to be everywhere right now. He has been the MVP of the second half for sure. Double AWP set up is no longer running for Penta. It's gone to a solo one this time. No AWPs at all for HellRaisers, so you feel like this is going to go from bad to worse. Let's see what they can bring to the table now. Definitely struggling here. Just once again, they make their way up towards short. through connector. Gonna get some aggro here as well. There it is. Tabson gives his frag away for free, it feels like. And now, finally, we've got a round on the board here for HellRaisers. We'll jump in the window. That's going to secure a really nice move from Angel. But Tarsin coming to life here. 3 kills for him.
Yeah, jumping into window may not secure it now because 3
Wow.
kills from Tossin, anchoring this A site again.
Like a
He and
boss.
Tabson have had so much impact in this game, and more so he late in the later stages. It's going to be Mike getting the information on Bs because they try and figure out exactly where this bomb is. Kutcher the last alive now. And they are split, so it gives Kutcher a bit of a chance to try and divide and conquer. And with Mike only on the AWP, he's elected to pull the CZ75 in this close angle inside of the apartment. It may still work out. Now, obviously, if he came in the apartment, from that range it would work. But the difference is here is Kutcher's going to walk into B. He may not expect that position to be occupied. And as soon as you bring the AWP back into that window at B.
Yeah, it's a real problem.
Yeah.
Well, Kutcher's just trying to utilize the time he has. This is the problem. As soon as he plants the bomb, Mike S is in a very advantageous position. You hear the plant coming in now. You can see Orp is back out. It's not a position Kutcher seems to be aware of as well. He's just going to wait for his teammate to rotate over and then try and pincer the bomb site together. Kutcher should be taken down here. He has no idea Mike is behind him, but there it is. Good night. So nice play there from Mike. Waiting for his teammate, not forcing the issue too early, actually making sure he has an opportunity to come in and get the refrag if it's required. Very disciplined, very patient, and it's just Tarsin though. He's the MVP there. After losing the initial 3 frags, he somehow gets 3 of his own out of nowhere from the CT spawn area as well. I'd love to see a replay of that, but that is pretty crazy. Oh, perfect timing. Thank you. Just standing in the open,
That's crazy.
doing absolute work there. Gets 3 kills and just shuts it down.
When does the timeout happen for HellRaisers?
Yeah, I was going to say, now it's actually getting to the point where they might actually lose this map. And as Penta are catching up 1 round.
How many comebacks
separates
are
them.
we going to see this weekend?
Every game feels like, at least every series, we have a comeback like this. Like, I don't think anyone's ever going to beat last night's effort, but
Crystal smoked out a window, so he's going to crawl back through the vent and try and hold from further away. Potential boost coming in. Fast play from HellRaisers this time. They're trying every approach. You have to give them credit there, but unfortunately, Penta's up to the challenge, and Tabson again will win the duel. Remember, this is Penta's map choice. Best of 3, they started terrorist side as a result, but Sticko's going to wait, try and catch off any of the CT players that push through that smoke at jungle. No one electing to do so because no one has to, and it's going to be traded as soon as he does find Tabson. Tossin's there from the CT stairs. Angel, last alive, 1 versus 4. And down he goes. David's got the kill. It's now 12-12. Penta have done it, and here's the pause. Now they pause, of all times. After having a full gun round and being a little bit strapped for cash, they go for the pause.
well, they don't get the bomb down that round as well. Not really sure what they were hoping for. They're just going fast into A. Doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason behind it, but they barely get any kills at all. No bomb planted. They are still a maximum loss bonus, but it's only going to be $3,400 going into each account. So if they were to buy, it'd be Tech 9s or Galils who are going to force it, but I feel like they just need to take maybe a deal around here and just, I'd say just try rush B. Like in these sort of scenarios, you get Tech 9s, and if you get the timing lucky to go for the smoke with 1 flashbang, you can get that first kill, depending on the setup. We've seen a lot of teams, especially this event, being able to pull rounds off with Tech 9s here. So HellRaisers, after that massive lead, they win the first half 12-3. It's all gone wrong now. This is the second half score. It's currently set at 9-0. Tabson, 25 kills. Tarsin, 24. Mike S, 17. So 2 players at the top, they really are stepping up the anchors on either side. Doing absolute work there. And this is the point for HellRaisers. You've got to just take this time out, use it as long as possible you can. Just not even necessarily discuss strategies, just calm down and just kind of think about what's going on. Throwing away this kind of advantage is pretty monumental. This round, I would assume they're just going to partial buy.
I like the Pixel Fire just tweeted. Okay, Penta, you just need to get it to 15-5. It becomes much easier after that. Well done.
Well, looking like they're going for the force buy map. Galil and Armor is out on the first player. That's Kutcher. This is
Got a lost round bonus. Get a bomb. You'll at least get buys moving forward. It's hard to fathom the fact that they could try and get back into this game. If you've just given up this many rounds, you're struggling to get 1 gun round, and you still need 4. It's pretty shocking. Not only that, Zero, who is incredible in the first half, has now been caught by Tabson, and Tossin is 1 kill behind that as well. More people speak English in China than the United States. I'm not surprised, because more people in the United States speak redneck than English, so not surprising.
There's some replays in the screen right now. Tarsin one of the influential players of this second half. Judging by these, no offense to him, it's like it's pretty simple frags. This HellRaiser not really synergizing correctly, and it doesn't look that difficult for him. He's playing in the open, picking them up. Mike S now, he's moved on to the AWP. He's in towards Palace as well, looking for that first frag. And here we go. So yeah, HellRaisers will be going towards the B-bomb side, just hoping they can find this first pick. Let's see if they can get timing on their side. It's going to be David P waiting for them, going to Molotov them off, and then here comes the execution. Straight in. Can they find this first frag? They can't. David picking up 2. Great work from him. 0 replying, but the round looks like it's over once again as Tarsin picks up the 3rd.
Impenetrable. Bettering the half from HellRaisers. Who would have thought the pistol would have meant so much to getting this underway? As Mike S. eyes through the window. Bomb, although he doesn't know it, is just in front of that position. And it is going to be 2 players, just Angel and Kutcher, trying to work these angles to favor one or the other. Crystal eventually needs to be spotted, but he's managed to get by them all. And Tossin shows up against Kutcher. It's Angel to get 1. Angel trying to get the spray down. He can't land it. Tossin ends it, and Penta have the lead.
Absolutely. And they didn't get the plan once again. So if they wanted to buy, this is a massive problem for HellRaisers yesterday. On this map as well, keep force buying, never have a full buy, and just destroying your own game. Looking like they're going for the partial buy this time, so realizing rushing B with Galils isn't really an opportune thing. But the problem is it doesn't even look like the Penta are under any pressure here. When they go for those B attacks, Davis is getting 2 easy kills on the screen. No in the nades isolating him, no flashbangs taking him out of the equation. Crystal now back on that double AWP setup. HellRaisers have got some smoke supply over, and they're putting most of their men towards mid here. Just Angel in the B apartments, and they're going to make their way up towards short here. Mike S. Incendiary grenade to slow them down a little bit. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath now.
Yeah, Slaughter tries to drop this one time, but can't do it. That doesn't matter, though. They've done so much damage. 0 on 1 HP. Make it less as an AWP. Overkill in that sense is going to seal the deal. Sticko now 1 versus 4, and he's down as well. This is absolute disaster for HellRaisers, who seemed they were a shoe-in for map 1.
Scoreline currently 11-0. So even after looking so strong in that first half, just doing everything right, changing their setups, getting aggressive. Angel was one of the key players as well. Zero's gone quiet this half as well. No one seems to be fragging at all. Now they've got the triple AWP set up though, Penta. This is something we see some teams do, and it's actually detrimental most of the time. Especially if a smoke attack comes in, something like that. The retake with the 3 AWPs. It's a sign of things getting out of control a little bit, but David, he's not done just yet. He goes into underpass. Another simple frag for him. Makes it a 5-4 once again. Oscar looking to reply though. Finally, they get something to work with. Open up that B site. Taking down Mike S. One of the bigger scalps here on the map.
Bomb's nowhere near it though, so even though they can take over the bomb site, they can't get the bomb there in time. That means that Oscar needs to come up magically to hold down everything and allow it to get there in time. He's done that task. He's taken down David inside checker, and like you say, finally HellRaisers looking to get something rolling. Taps and Tossin the last 2 alive, and they are the top fragging players for Penta, but this round it's not going to be enough. Oscar again holds on to the B site, and Sticko gets the kill. No bomb plant, no problem. It's 13 rounds now for HellRaiser. 2 to go for Penta, mind you. So we are getting deep into this game. Or are we? We said that last night on Mirage, and then we had 79 rounds.
God, I thought that was a dream. Is that real?
No, you're right. It was a dream.
14 plays for 13 now. Finally, HellRaisers, even after losing that first frag, Oscar answering back, takes down Mike S, and the frags fall into their favour. Looking like now they're going to be going for the simple AXQ once again. They have got a fake of this as well, so maybe have a different version in mind. Let's see what they can do. It's going to be Kutcher in the apartments. Looking like he will be committing as well as he Molotovs towards Shadow. I thought he was going to. Tarsin kind of bouncing him off there.
Austin goes down immediately, this time not playing back from the stairwell, and HellRaisers suddenly finding a way to win rounds here as they've gotten the bomb planted again, and they've got the 2-man advantage. Tabson tries to get through the smoke and catch the bomb planter transitioning back toward the ramp, but he won't get Angel. As Mike aimed toward that A ramp, that A slope. He's not going to have anyone peeking, and HellRaisers are doing a great job here again.
Finally. CTs have got 2 smokes to the bomb as well. This could get interesting, you know. It's not over yet.
Angel's lurking too.
Are they saving though? Yeah, so they've actually opted to get out of this one.
Henry.
Yep. Overtime?
I'm scared, Henry.
It's happening.
Even production hates you for saying it.
I'm just saying, it's looking like all signs are pointing in that direction. If they save this AWP and AK, they've got a very strong chance. Let's have a look at the cash now for the CT. So I understand the decision. You can see 2 players on about 2k after that. So I wanted to save those weapons and give them a solid chance. Just getting to a map point at least. Not throwing away on these difficult economy stages. Crystal, you know, like still having a pretty quiet game. 8 for 21 on him. David P picking things up slowly but surely. 13 for 18. As we enter round number 29 now. CTs have got a decent buy, but you feel like if they lose this round, could be GG. 2 in a row for HellRaisers. Simple A attack working out for them this time was much more efficient. Molotovs landing in the correct spot, taking down CTs. Learning how to adjust to the setups here perhaps. This time no real aggression coming in from the CTs. You've got Mike S towards short with the AWP. It will be boosted up presumably. Angel will be waiting for him though. This frag is will be so key. There it is, Mike S boosted up behind that smoke. Gets what he needs and falls back. You can see the mentality of the CT shift straight away. They don't want to give this kill up. I mean, they already have. Great awareness there.
Problem. But HellRaisers will take it if they can get to the first map point. It would be unlikely after what we've seen throughout the course of this half, but they are that much closer. Plant, like you say, is for short. Oscar, he's going to hold on from the balcony, but Tapson's already found Angel, and they are taking back the catwalk position. They need to be aware of this because suddenly their safe bet is being deterred against them. As Oscar drops down as a result of it, Flash comes in, and we're still covering off all the perimeters right now. Penta to trade on 0. That's the first kill onto short. Oscar, what? Get out of this fire. He's going to actually burn. Nearly burns alive. Kutcher the last alive. It's so low on the HP that the AK could easily do this, but he's almost burned 2 HP when he drops out the window. And somehow Kutcher stays alive, but it's going to be Mike to win the round. He can't hold on, and Penta will get the first chance for victory.
That was kind of crazy, you know. Oscar was in the apartments, the B apartments with the AWP, had perfect vision on short. We knew 2 players were coming from there. We just spotted them.
Down.
And he jumps down and like just gives himself a horrible position there. That's like a key round we need to talk about on the analyst desk after this. Like, what was his mentality there? He puts himself in a position where he's like vulnerable from every single area. Kutcher, unlucky not to win this one. He's burning alive, has to jump out. It could have gone either way. Had he just ran round, obviously, onto the other side, it would have been fine, but Mike S, hold his nerve. Big round for him to win. That would have been really detrimental to Penta. And here we go then. Round number 30. We've gone the entire distance once again. Current score in this half stands at 12-2. Penta need 1 to win. HellRaisers need 1 to just stay alive. Smoke's coming over. They're doing the A attack once more.
Smoke everywhere. Absolutely. Minor gap, though, as we saw in the middle of this site. And I'm wondering if they can take advantage of that from the CT side. Apparently they can, because Crystal's got the kill inside of it. It's tossing down, though. But Oscar and Kutcher have answered it. Crystal still going to be playing sneaky. He's been quiet throughout most of this game. The 2 big kills this round as they get closer to knotting it up, to taking it away. It's 3 left for HellRaisers, despite that 0's on 3 HP. Mike's going to try and stay in this site. Need to win that duel. Mike overextends. Oscar gets the kill, and Crystal's got to ace this if they want to try and win out the round, and he's going to overextend it. Snaps over and does get the low HP player, but Henry G.
Hi.
Overtime.
It's what else would have happened? It seems like every game this tournament's going to overtime. No one knows how to play the terrorist side, it seems, Matt. Everyone kind of buckles under the pressure, but HellRaisers have done it. They were, what, like 11-0 down or 10-0 down at one point. Finally get their act together in the last few rounds there. And Crystal unable to deliver the goods in the 3-on-1. Manages to get 1, but that's about it. And here we go again, Matt. The Mirage overtimes are real. When you look at the frags right now, Tapson does hit a 30 bomb. Tarson as well. Those guys were so influential in getting Penta those early rounds. After a 12-3 first half, we thought HellRaisers were done here. They seemed so strong. With the pistol, we said as long as they picked it up, Penta had a real chance here, and they've proven us to be right. Full reset now. Anything that happened in the past does not matter. HellRaisers will be staying on the T side. It's MR5 16k. So mistakes that were made in the past can be rectified right now. Let's see what approach HellRaisers decide to go. It seems like they've kind of established themselves on the A-bomb side a little bit clearer. On the terrorist side, they know what executions they need to do to actually get some frags and make it competitive. Penta, though, I liked it when they had the double orb set up. That's when they seemed to be their strongest. When they got the triple out, that's when they actually lost a round. It seems like every team does that. As soon as they get the triple orb set, that's when things start going wrong.
Yes, absolutely.
I really don't. I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. It's such a not arrogant play, but it's just careless, I would say. You don't need 3 orbs on a CT side. It just means if anything does go wrong, I mean, taking bomb sites or jumping through tight gaps like window onto B is just almost impossible.
Oh, I totally forgot there's a stream delay, and I made that tweet. My
did you say?
apologies. I put son of a bitch overtime. So I apologize.
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes delay. You did ruin that
I
whole round.
totally forgot this, okay? And I apologize.
It's fine.
It's not the first time I've spoiled something on stream this weekend, let's be honest.
What else have you spoiled? Games?
Game of Thrones,
Oh god, yeah, sorry, I didn't realise what you just meant.
Star Wars,
Harry Potter,
Forrest Gump, Harry Potter,
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. I think that was it. You can do more if you want.
No, you've already ruined my life, so that's enough for me.
I mean, your life was ruined the day we met Henry G.
I was actually here in Romania.
Was. Remember what I was saying yesterday about apples and how they give you more energy than caffeine in the morning?
Oh yeah.
Apparently, if you were to remove all of the empty space from the atoms that make up every human being on Earth, we could actually all fit into an apple.
Okay.
That's how much empty space there is. I know you're empty-headed, but that's how much empty space there is in humans.
Yeah, it's good. Interesting. I can see the facts coming in. Shall I read one out?
Sure.
Not that one, it's a bit long. Let's
read
get it. It's a simple one.
That's an advertisement.
Okay, you've ruined it. The game's not live.
Dear Lord.
15 plays 15, everything resets. Here we go, overtime once more. HellRaisers starting on the T side once again. Oscar gets the AWP. Economy was a problem for them towards the latter stages of that half. Now they get 16k. Single orb set up for Penta this time. Going to be Mike S. Has been stepping up with that weapon. HellRaisers, see if they've learned any lessons. Into round number 1 now. It's going to be first to 21. 20 for a draw. And CT's now showing some aggression once again. It's going to be Tapson going into that lower ramp. Could be interesting. Really nice flashbang to go over. They find the first frag on the Kuntra as well. Now they can fall back. Make the T's work for him. But there it is. Angel so good at getting those reply frags. Knows what he has to do to respond straight away. Pushing up short aggressively, of course. And now looking like they're focusing on the B-bomb site.
My guess does at least respond to Sticko, but Angel's there. Remember, it's MR5 with 16k, so we've got some time to get used to it. David, great spot to be in as Zero's head just shows through the edge of the box, but Angel's there for the trade. That still means that Tabson's in a disadvantaged position. They'll recover that bomb and go for the plant immediately. It's going to be the high HP player trying to do it. They don't know where Tabson is, so they're a little bit hesitant to do this, and it might actually favor Tabson, because if Angel goes down on this low HP right away, it would have been doable, but it's not going to happen. HellRaisers will take round number 1 in overtime. Number 1. I do have to count them because we know it can happen.
That was actually pretty clever from Tapson, though. Tapson, sorry. He actually threw a Molotov out from the kitchen window onto the bomb site and then immediately went back to the window. Pretty high skill jump to get out. If you missed that, the game was up, and the awareness from HellRaisers was there, though. Like he said, though, had he got that low HP player, it could have been very interesting indeed. Could have got a double spray down there. So HellRaisers take the first round. Didn't think I'd be saying that after what I saw on their T side, but they come in first. They lost the first frag as Angel seems to be so good at replying every single time. Mike is standing in the Molotov for longer than he probably should have done there. Goes down to 40 HP. Oscar trying to pick the B bomb site here.
Trying, but not succeeding, as Angel will get to the key lock at mid. Hold on tight and desperate to at least get the grounds for his team to maneuver should they elect to go toward that mid position. And David, knowing that they've left that B position, is going to try and take advantage of his own smoke. Walk up, and now they can get a rotation potentially back over toward A. Meanwhile, Crystal's also pushing, so aggression on both sides of the map. It is going to pay off. It's not often you see double aggression work. Usually you get punished in one side or the other, but in this case, as they are in transition mode right now, the T's from B back to A, it actually does benefit slightly. However, look how passive they've gone since, Henry.
This is it.
Kutcher might get a gift in a moment if he waits much longer, as Crystal back down underneath Shadow now was looking to try and walk in. Sticko might get the shot on. Damn, Crystal spotted up, and he actually does go down. Sticko walking in further as Mike S separated from Tossin with that Molotov in front of him. And that allows Tossin to at least get one kill, but he's down and out, as with Tabson. So HellRaisers, it might have taken them a while. Remember yesterday, they struggled to collect rounds on their terrorist side of Mirage as well. It was clutches every single time. But it is Oscar to take down David P.
Mike S left now. Pretty much unwinnable situation. You can see him just bailing out now. Got one kill for his troubles, but after losing two in a row, the CT economy does become a massive issue. He's got 15 HP. Make that 9, sorry. Still has a chance here. As he makes his way in, there it is. Just going to lock it down. Good effort, but wasn't meant to be. Decent setup from HellRaisers there. And they get 2-0 here as well. This is where it gets actually a little bit scary for Penta. If they lose this round, they'd actually get into the stage of force buy territory. And that can happen on the CT side. We're going orbs every single time and losing the round and not keeping players alive. That 16k slowly but surely depletes. They've gone for a double orb setup this time as well, so last chance to lean for Penta in terms of the economy. 2-0 in favour of HellRaisers as we enter round number 3 here.
Well, Zero's going to try and just wait for a push that might potentially come from Penta, but they need to do something to open up this game and try and claw back around.
I was expecting to see some aggression here from the CTs this time. Getting their grills a little bit. There it is. Tabson tries to open up something, but Crystal does reply straight away. So the double orb's working out so far. 4 on 4. I'll give this advantage slightly in favour of HellRaisers though. Mirage, very difficult map to spread yourself thin across.
So Oscar's going to take AWP toward Palace this time. He's going to have to try and get an immediate pick or a trade at the very best on Tossin, which is something they've been failing to do.
Yeah.
Tossin's down in that same position in the site. They've got Crystal anchoring from the stairwell this time. No rotation from the 2 players over at B as of yet. But they do have one that can play from Catwalk. However, there's not going to be an approach from Connector. It's all going to be at the front of the site. So it is really just up to Tossin to win these duels again.
Crystal's that. You feel like he has to be on point here. The smokes are about to come in.
Gotta see that. They've got to rotate that player on Connector. Why is he not there yet? He's finally out to the catwalk, at least from the CT side, but it's still Crystal and Tossin solo. Crystal desperate to hit a shot with the AWP. Cannot do so. Tossin hits one. How have they found each other? And Sticko goes for the knife because he's in the middle of a reload and gets away with it. So that's extra $1,500 in this overtime. Not that that will matter much as HellRaisers Kutcher. He's got another kill. It might be 3 straight rounds. Something we didn't see in a number of overtimes last night. David P. back at the site right now is trying desperately to claw the round back because it's he alive left against 3. He's got 1 already, but he's down to 15 HP. Zero's going to go for the plant. He's only got 1 better. But Kutcher's got more health than both combined on 79, and together he and Zero are going to try and face, and Zero gets the better angle. It's 18 rounds now for HellRaisers.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. As soon as you get that double orb set up a couple of times, you can see the money now. My guess only on $2,400. This is going to be a far stretch for them. 3-0. I don't think we saw that many rounds in a row in regulation time from HellRaisers. They've really come to life here. That knife and screaming out from Sticko. They're really like the simple A executor. Get the first pick, play the numbers, stick together, and they go for knives as well, apparently. So, much better T-half here from HellRaisers. Very convincing. Mike S now just on the CZ. I feel like Crystal probably wanted to win the orb, to be honest, but there we go. We're into round number 4 here, 3-0.
Naded on top of that Molotov as well, but no damage dealt so far. They've all managed to escape that, more so because Oscar's beyond where that would have bloomed and flash out. That nade turn, though, does massive damage onto David. Oscar managed to slip away fast enough that he didn't get caught on that peak, that quick pop flash. Thompson pushes all the way forward. You mentioned the economy as well. Mike S just has that CZ75. So Angel down toward mid.
This is why they have to do this. Tabson needs to find a kill here. He's going to be taken out, though. Gets 1 for his troubles, but that's it's indicative as to kind of by CT's have. They're trying to work a frag here, trying to do anything. You can see the reaction coming as well now. David P has opted to push the B apartments. He gets taken down, though. It's a little bit obvious at this stage. Crystal, the last line of defense of the B bomb site. Mike is somehow making that CZ work from the connector. Still a 3-on-3, but Crystal, you really need to start landing some shots here as he does decide to retreat and wait for his teammates. Will be facing from the window now. That's a shot he needed to hit. Bomb will be planted now. And somehow Mike S denies it. The player who just had a CZ. Maybe the savior here.
Might be incredible if this works out. Great shot. Oscar takes down Crystal. He's still got that bomb in front of him to grab. He's recovered it now. Tossin looking the wrong direction. That's an easy kill for Oscar. Down to the 1-on-1 as he picks up 2 late kills. And each of these players has 2. One's got to best the other to win the round. It's Mike S. Who's up to the challenge. Good smoke bloom for Oscar. That'll cover off the position from window, and he's going to push right through it. He takes down Mike. It's 4 rounds in a row now for HellRaisers.
People questioned him going into this tournament, but that's such a massive play from him. 3-on-1. Oscar steps up and punishes Penta, and I feel like that's one of the final nails in the coffin here. We go into round number 5, and you can see Penta, they just needed that so badly. Mike S trying so hard to make it happen. He gets to kill the CZ. Takes down the bomber as well. It's just not enough in the end. That's a kill, Mike S. We're looking back on in disappointment. Unfortunately for him, this is looking like a 5-0 in the first half of overtime here. He's currently in underpass now with the Mag 7. They've only got 3 Famouses and a pistol to work with, really. And the terrorists are aware. They know the CTs are here to make mistakes. Someone needs to be pushing and finding something. They can't just sit back and allow a full execution to come in here. So you would assume this is going to be a long, drawn-out round. While they work out if there's any stacks or any aggression coming in from the CTs.
How crazy it is that HellRaisers... It was like this yesterday for them in Mirage 2. You figured once they figured something out, once they could get those rounds working. We saw them in so many clutch situations. It might work out. Remember, they lost 10 straight rounds on their T side yesterday as well. So it's just a matter of getting on the same page, apparently, because now they're flying through the challenges that Penta's providing on their CT side. David P in a good position inside of the apartments, has a chance to catch off Angel, but instead it's going to be Mike that pushes from underpass. So either way, he was going to have company. Tossin forced out from Shadow. Sticko through the connector, and HellRaisers answer back very quickly. There's the shot on Tossin that they lacked so many times in regulation, and it's going to be Oscar to take down Crystal. It's just David P and Mike S left. Are we going to get an overtime sweep, Henry?
I think we might do. David P's got other ideas, though. He does take down Sticko. And there's going to be a 3-on-2. Obviously, no chance to save anything here. Need to go for it. They've got 1 kit, but Oscar hits a phenomenal shot there. And a second as well to finish things off. 5-0's happened. They couldn't really do it in regulation on the T side, but finally they've come to life, and it is indeed a clean sweep there. 1 round required from HellRaisers to take the first map. We thought overtime was going to be a more grueling affair than that, but who knows? Maybe Penta can step up and do equal damage, although I'm not really feeling too hopeful for them. There's 15. Difficult. Not for Penta that. Going to the T side now. AWP on Mike S. He's currently set at 25 frag, 21 deaths. There's the killing screen right now. He tried to do what he could once again.
Oscar, man, this guy's been sick in overtime. 1v3 to capitalize was just brilliant. Now they've got a chance to send this one to bed in overtime number 1. Seems early, Henry. I'm just getting warmed up. How do you feel?
I'm ready to go triple overtime. So let's do it.
Let's do it. Angel gonna push from Catwalk. He's gonna take the kill as well on Taps, and good close smoke. That allows that to happen and slip away. Crystal a little bit lost. And me thinking from NA in my perspective, that nade was normal, but it wasn't NA nade. Either way, it's HellRaisers just absolutely obliterate Penta very quickly in this over.